compromise, I almost died. Like the things that some people don't see, don't pay attention to, will make you almost die. You know, every single day we're going through some heavier things than most people. So because we're going through some heavier things, the things that we go through can almost take us down, you know. And when you compromise, I almost died. Like, I doubt the water is real as mine. Like, I know that everybody hasn't had the same type of crosses to bear. But for the ones who have that real heavy stuff, it's just like, bro, I really made it. I did not die. So you telling your haters, you telling your naysayers, you telling all them people that wished you bad, yeah, I made it alive. And I'm headed to paradise. I'm on my way. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my way to greatness. I'm almost there. I'm almost there, and you can feel it coming. You can feel everything that you manifested right there. It's coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's right there. How you lonely in the room with God? I never stop. I never slow up. Not even on a pit stop. Praying my niggas will never get caught. Overcame it all like I'm some big shot. Like, how you lonely in the room with God? You know you got a spirit around you on a daily, 24/7. Like, there's someone's whole existence is to make sure that yours is well and yours is good. You're never alone. You're never alone. How you lonely in the room with God? I never slow up. I never stop. Not even for a pit stop. I never, like, when something happens, you know, how many times did you keep going? You really didn't stop. You didn't slow down. It was like, okay, that happened. All right, I'm cry later. I deal with it later. I gotta keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Never stop, not slow up, not even for a pit stop. Even while you going through things, you feel like you slowing down. No, you're not. You're still moving. You don't see the rapid movement that you making because you just flowing with it. A lot of times we just moving. We don't stop, not even for a pit stop. Like, we just keep it pushing because we have to. There is no time to waste. If you know that time is of the essence, and time cannot be ever replaced. You can never replay another second over again. Like, you don't get a time redo. You can redo some situations in some way to make the outcome better than it was before, but you can't redo that. Like, everything is in time, and time is precious because you don't get it back. You don't get it again. Once and done. Like, you over now. That's it. You gotta keep pushing now. You gotta move forward for something new. Like, you leave the past back there, and because you can't slow down. Not a pit stop, not nothing. You gotta keep moving. Forward march ahead. That how you lonely in the room with God? That part right there, like, had me like, how is you lonely in the room with God? Like, you're never alone. Even when you think you are not. You're surrounded by angels, ancestors, orishas, passed on loved ones, people who's definitely their new existence on the other planes is really to protect you. Like, you're their charge. You know, like, they take care of you, they with you. Allah is always around you. You know what I'm saying? Like, your God, or your higher power, whatever you believe, is always there. Like, always around you, never alone, ever. And that you need to ask for them to show themselves. They will give you signs, synchronicities. Pay attention. You know, ask for what you need. We out here praying and asking for things that's really unnecessary, but all you need to be asking for is first of all, your path. Help me to see clearly what you need from me and who I really truly am. And could you show me that you exist? And there will be so many different ways that they will show you that they here, that they exist, that they, are with you. Okay? Then the next part, I overcame it all like I'm some big shot. Like, getting through the hardest things in your life will make you really look at yourself in a whole different way, because it's like you going through things that, I'm gonna say it would kill most. They would be like, I can't deal with this. How do I get through this shit? They probably be just on a whole different plane, a whole different mind frame than you are going through what you're going through. So it's like, yeah, once you overcome, it's like, yeah, I overcame it like I'm some big shot. Like, I'm that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that person because I surpassed it all on an incline, always going up. You know, your life can make you feel like you're going down. Gotta take you up and bring you down. But your emotional self, your mental self, who you are, your spirit, even when situations is bringing you down, bro, he says you better keep inclining in yourself, going up high, going up that mountain within, and not allowing no situations to rock you, to break you. They shake you a bit, make you stumble, but you will not fall within. You go through different situations now with experience. You're not just walking, you're not just talking. You doing the walking and you talking at the same time. You chewing, you know what I'm saying? You chewing gum. You know, you focus because you've been through so many things that make you feel. See, that's the inner self. That's that energy. You know, the energy. You feel what I'm saying? Making you know who the fuck you are. Like you looking at yourself like, shh. Yeah, I'm that one. Because I done went through and I ain't break. I didn't fold. I did not even put my head down. I kept on moving. You can't tell me about me. I know who I am. And it doesn't matter who comes towards you and says whatever they got to say. Your light it speaks for itself. The proof is in the progress. Who you are, what you do, your character. It's in your progress. A person to see how you move, and that's how they know who you are. You move in the right directions. You aligning yourself for the right things to happen, because greatness don't happen overnight. That's why you got to be waiting. You have to be patient. How bad do you really want this? Because if you really, really want it, you're going to have to take your time. This is not going to be done fast. You're going to have to grow. You have to be molded. You have to allow some of the negativity to just die out your life for you to really be able to move forward into the positivity and into the light and stay in there. Like, you really have to be tested also by the universe, because after they've given you your blessings, then they're going to start molding you, and they start moving you forward, and things are going to come at you even harder. And as they coming at you, the universe is watching how you're handling things. How are you handling yourself? How are you moving now? You know, are you really just asking for help every time you're in a bad situation and thanking them for it, and also continuing to do what they're telling you to do, even when you feel like you really have to jump out on the ledge to believe, because you really have to have faith, because you don't have no clue how that's going to work out. But you just know that you've been told to do this, and so you're following them. The more you do that, the more blessings you get. Every time you go through something, the breakthrough is not far ahead, and it's easy, and it's great when you get it, because you've been through the test, the trials, the tribulations. You didn't let it break you. You let it make you. You allowed yourself to listen to the universe, higher self, Allah, or reaches, passed on loved ones, and you really just did what you had to do, even though it may have been very unconventional. Yes, you a big shot. Yes, you that person. Because in here, you did not sway. Even though obstacles came your way, you had to keep pushing forward when you didn't have nobody even really physically here to help you. See how I always say physically here? Because I recognize that the spiritual realm has always been working in our favor. How do you even think that you've been able to get through a lot of those obstacles? You didn't do it alone. You have a whole team that is like really there for you and moving you forward in the right direction and watching how you're paying attention. Because the more you pay attention, the more you're asking them to lead you and to guide you, the more of a leader you become. The more of yourself you become. The more progress you make without even realizing that that's what you're doing, because you're breaking down barriers within yourself and you're allowing new things to be put into your cup. You've broken the cup and you've put it back. It's been remolded in a different way. And now the things that are being put into this new cup are going to be new ideas, new ways of dealing with emotions, new ways of dealing with mental anguish, new ways of dealing with things that we thought before we could not handle, because we're recognizing the path that we've made so far and what we've been through and what we've had to overcome. And we're recognizing who we are by the power of the things that we've had to deal with, but still remaining ourselves, allowing things to change us in a positive way, allowing us to be evolved and ascend to the newest, highest level of ourselves, and keeping ourselves at a level path, because we also know our flaws. We also know the things that we've had to deal with within ourselves that wasn't always funny, wasn't always good. We've had to break down paths, break a lot of generational curses so that we could bring the wealth of the generations through us. It's different levels to this. You're going to get out of life what you put into life. Okay, yeah, we've all had some times when we wasn't our greatest self. But it's up to you to lead yourself to paradise. It's up to you to walk that walk. You can't just talk it. You can't watch everybody else doing it. You got to step out on the ledge. If they tell you that your future is going to meet you in 600 miles, then you better do them 600 miles. You do what is told to you. Pay attention. Open your mind so you may be divine. Elevate yourself. Elevate. Knowledge, wisdom, power. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, culture equals power. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. The more you know, the more you'll grow. The more you ask, the more you will pass. Like, you'll be able to get through things in an easier way. Things are not going to be too much easier, but at the same time, your movements will be calculated. Obstacles will be less. The obstacles that come your way will feel like a breeze because you know you're in alignment for the damn assignment. You're doing everything you're supposed to do to keep flying to paradise, to your personal paradise. You're doing it every single day, moving closer to the you that you need to be for yourself, for the world, for Allah, for your legacy. We all have to leave something. What are you going to leave here? It says, what are you looking for? I'm coming down high off of life. I arrive unannounced. Summon and numbing the pain of when I'm in doubt. I screw my head in the clouds like I heard about. Okay. Summon and numbing the pain of when I'm in doubt. I screw up my head in the clouds like I learned about. When you're in doubt, when you're feeling dread, you don't understand what the next step ahead is, right? Screwing your head up in the clouds, taking your mind to God, paying attention to, yeah, we up in the clouds. I had somebody say something like that to me, like, oh, did you ever hear or do you believe that if you are always in a daydream state, or if you're always, he was talking about me, but he was trying to be like nonchalant about it, but I read in between the lines, around the lines, in the lines, over the lines, like I really pay attention, like, anyway, he was like, somebody has said to me, that's what he said, somebody has said to me that if the more you stay up in the clouds and the more you daydream, the harder it is for you to be in reality. And I thought about it, right? For a half a second. I was like, yeah, that's true. But at the same time, the closer you come to yourself, the more of a balance you strike. So you know, now it's not like I'm always up in the clouds. Yes, I am, but I'm always in reality at the same time because I'm a jumper. I can go from dimensions and dimensions now without even realizing it. Oh, I have a question. I need to solve a problem. Okay. I may be looking at you and up in here, my subconscious mind, my consciousness is already in the next dimension, on the quest for the answer and asking. You know what I'm saying? Asking and ye shall find. It doesn't take much. And I thought he meant it, I think he meant it in like a negative manner, like, yeah, because if you always, don't you think that? Like, if you're always in the clouds, then you're not really in reality. And I was thinking about it, like, I used to be that way. But that's because I couldn't take the reality that I had made for myself. So now, like Green Tea say, can't take the world around us, so we changed our reality. So now, like, I don't have no problem being in my reality, because the reality that I am living in now is one that I want to be in. Anytime your reality becomes too hard and you're constantly on the next plane and constantly in a daydream, you need to find a way through, because you always have to have balance. You have to strike balance between the two, because we can go jump in dimensions, and once your mind gets unlocked, sometimes it's more comfortable there, but we have to be in reality as well. But having that balance, being able to get your mind on a level where you are on the level with Allah, like you can go through it's hard to explain, but like you could go through something, and in that while you're going through it, you're already in your mind asking for help, like thinking it like, how am I going to get through this? And you already, that's sending it into the universe, into the other dimensions. Someone's coming with an answer. This is what I'm saying about going to the other dimensions and having that balance in between the two, knowing that they hear you. They know what you about to say before you say it. So make sure what you're putting out is what you want to get back. Like, you don't even have to say this in the mind's eye, in the thought pattern. It's in here and in here. Like, as you're asking in yourself, for yourself, to find the answer will come to you. So now I'm still back. I'm back to reality because it only took a second for me to go to that dimension and get the damn answer that I needed. So, and I couldn't explain it all to him because his mind is not completely open, and there was no point for me to try to explain it to somebody who is using the question as a way to try to put me down. But I caught it, and it didn't even affect me. And see, the more that you are jumping dimensions, becoming a jumper within the realms, and being able to go seek the answers for the questions that you have about life and self without using anyone else to really make you feel good, not needing the approval of anyone, that allows you to be able to take shit like from people, and it's not even like the same type of a reaction, because you're not about to get a reaction from me because what you said, like, was that meant to like make me feel some kind of way? Because it really didn't. Like, you don't have to do any of that inside shit and trying to like trying to like play on my insecurities, because you know what, I've worked on myself so much and I don't have any. Like, I'm far from insecure. I wasn't really before, but I still had things that I need to work on, and I'm still ever work in process, but a lot of things I've dealt with. Like, bro, that did hurt. Only made you look stupid because you don't know that you need to go up to the other dimension. You so damn surface level, so worried about being in only this dimension that you only in reality. You don't know how to go and get the answers on the quest for your divinity. But just because I know what to do, don't mean that like you want to try to hurt my feelings with a question where if I'm even giving you a moment of my time, you better use that moment for something very substantial to say to me, or you won't be able to reach me no more, because I don't got time for the nonsense at all. What did I say? Time is precious. You don't get those moments back. So you got to make sure that people are really earning time with you, and earning your damn devotion, and earning your loyalty, and earning your motherfucking time, because you can't get that time back. And once a person done showed you already who they are, it's not many more times we need to see how many more times do we really need to ask who this person is? We're shown, and then we still deal with them. Then you can't get mad at yourself, or really, you can't get mad at anybody else when they do you dirty again. You can only be mad at yourself because you knew what it was and you still decided to deal with them. Not I, said the brown cow. I will not. I learned, no, we're not about to do none of that shit at all, okay? Because I'm going to need back what I give out. And I've been saying that for so many years, but then what I wasn't doing is dealing with people who was giving back what I was giving them. I still dealt with the people who wasn't on the same level, and that was a learning thing that I had to deal with on my own for myself. I have to be making sure that I am giving out what I want back, and I'm making sure that I'm not settling for anything, because there's no need in this life to settle. You can wait, you can preserve yourself, you can wait for what's for you, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I ain't got no time to be messing with nobody that's going to take me to a level that I've surpassed already. Like, not that anyone's beneath me, but people be stuck on certain levels and afraid to go further, because that means you have to walk out on faith. That means you have to deal with yourself. And a lot of people don't want to deal with themselves. They're too afraid to do that. It says, I can see the clouds through my windowsill, and I usually tell what is honest. I don't want to fight no one, no contest. I just want to undress my conscience. Besides the demons, it's reality for the people we love, and we are the ones who will team up and tee up the party. Got into the science like soil, I'm grounded. The seed has just sprouted. I'm going to say that again. Besides the demons, it's reality for the people we love, and we are the ones who will team up and tee up the party. Got into the science like soil, I'm grounded. I see, the seeds have just sprouted. So, like, I got into the science like soil. I'm grounded. The seeds have just sprouted. You've been working so hard on yourself. You've had to overcome a lot of things. And because you've overcome them, your seeds are going to start to sprout now. You've done all the watering. You've done careful preparation with planting your seeds in the right places. Now you're going to reap all the things that you've sown. Now, it's like you got in, we got into the science now. We grounded like soil. You understand what I'm saying? We know who we are. We're grounded within self. Mind, body, soul, together is one. Allowing insight from the other dimensions, allowing Allah to work on you, to work with you, to work for you. Allowing yourself to have faith, allowing yourself to have hope when there is really no hope in sight, but keeping it for yourself. Knowing what is for you, knowing your power, knowing who you are will keep you in good graces with yourself, and always keep yourself at a good pace. Even when things come at you, you're still going to be kind of okay. It may take a second, a little bit of self-reassurance, a little bit of self-talk, changing your environment, going out, sitting outside for a minute, taking a little walk, taking a little 5-minute me time some way, somehow, whenever you can, to check in with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Keeping yourself relevant with yourself at all times. You know what I'm saying? And then checking in with Allah, letting that the spirit to flow through you, spirit to tell you what they need from you. You to really be trying to pay attention to your angels, your ancestors, orishas, and like lost, passed on loved ones, really doing everything with intentions. Smooth. You know what I'm saying? Really trying to do things in a smooth way. We're not trying, we're doing. And that makes all the difference in life. It's not about what you try, it's what you do. Okay? And because we can keep trying and keep trying and keep trying, and every time you're thinking about trying, that's all you're going to do is try. When you like, I'm doing that, man, I'm doing it, you won't get it done. Some way, somehow, with some careful calculations and some forward movement, you won't get it done. All right, so we're going to think like, I'm not a thinker. I mean, not just a thinker. Yes, I am. I'm not a trier. I'm a doer. I'm not trying nothing. I'm just doing it. Like, that's just that. So that's what I have for you today. And I hope you have a pleasant day. Beautiful Sunday. Like, share, subscribe, share me out. And yeah, have a beautiful day. Arms around you if you need a hug. Kiss if you need a kiss. I love you. Sending you positive vibes. Make sure you staying up on your positive affirmations for yourself each and every day. Make sure you drinking water. Make sure you taking care of yourself and your loved ones. Keeping yourself relevant with yourself and for yourself. You understand? Make sure you're loving on yourself each and every day, because that's very important. Watch what you say too. Okay, because our words have got earnest now. Our words are really serious these days. Words are spells. Everything is magics. Pay attention to everything you do and say. You have to be relevant with yourself. All right. So I love you, and until later.